What's going on, everyone? Charles Dorval here. I'm going to be out here at Circle C Disc Golf Course in Austin, Texas. Be out here with my buddy Ethan Cole. This is him teeing off on hole 1. You just kind of want to bend your shot to the right a little bit, just end up in the fairway. He just got his a little bit high, ends up hitting the tree line on the left, and kicks down into a decent spot. I just never turned mine, hits the tree line. We did not film my second shot, but this is Ethan's second shot. Does a tomahawk over everything, ends up in the circle, just kind of in the woods on the right. Not a bad shot. Here is my third, just trying to bend something into the fairway, into the green, and just didn't turn it. Ends up hitting the trees on the left. Here I'm trying to pitch out my 4 just to get it to the basket, ends up hitting a tree. So pitching up my bogey 5 so I can drop in my double bogey 6. There's a great throw from Sloan. Here's Ethan for his 3. Hits the cage, a little low. Good throw though. Here's my double bogey 6, and Ethan's gonna drop in his 4 for the par. Hole 2, I forgot to press record for his tee shot, but here's mine. It's a par 3. You just kind of want to bend it to the right a little bit. And as you can see, I kind of just hoverboard it right over this dry creek in front of this tree. I gotta go to a knee for the putt and just don't quite get it. Kind of sail it a bit, but it hits a tree, rolls back about 6 feet. And there's Ethan's 2 putt from about 15 feet. And here's my drop in 3. On to hole 3. You just kind of want to, again, just bend it just a little bit to the right. Ethan had his a little bit low. Here comes my tee shot. It was just a little bit turned over, but it's up there in the circle. This is Ethan's second, trying to give it a hyzer putt and almost dunks it. This is my 2. Didn't quite commit, but got it corner pocket. There's Ethan's 3. Hole 4, I forgot to get our tee shots, but here's my 2 putt. There's Ethan's 2 and my 3. On to hole 5. Ethan does a tomahawk. We were hoping it was going to push a little bit more to the left, but didn't quite. Kind of hit the tree line on the right, but it's right there at the tree line. And here's my tee shot. Just turned it a little too much. Hit the tree line. It's right there. Here's my second shot. A flick with a Ballista Pro. Shout out to Connor O'Reilly. Here's Ethan's second. Just pitching it out. Here comes his third. Puts a really good move on it. Ends up fading out a little bit to the left. Not a bad shot though. Here's my shot. Just trying to put a flat latitude 64 Explorer kind of right at those trees on the left. Let it fade down to the bottom of the hill. I just kind of slipped on my plant foot there. I was on a little bit of a slope and some rocks got out from under me. Great shot though. There's Ethan's birdie throw. Wouldn't necessarily call it a putt, but almost drained it. There was my 4, just didn't quite commit again. Ethan drained his 5, dropping my 5 onto hole 6. You just want to get it right down that tunnel that you're looking down. Ethan just didn't quite get it, hits a tree and kicks to the left. I just throw mine a bit high, kind of clip something, but still gets down there in a decent spot. Ethan pitching at his 2. Here's mine having to go patent pending. Didn't quite hit my line, but it snuck through back into the fairway. Tomahawk from Ethan over everything. Ends up a little bit on the right. Probably circle 2 in the woods. Another patent pending for me, just trying to pitch it up, get my 4 and get out. Here's Ethan's putt. Gives it a good move. Puts it right there. Dropping my 4. Guess I didn't get his bogey putt. It's right there though. Here's hole 7. Just want to hyzer something down there. I thought mine was a little short, and it was, but not as short as I thought. Ethan just gets a terrible reaction off a root. Kind of sails his putt a little bit, but it's still sitting right there by the basket. I thought I sailed mine too, but catches enough trains and stays in. I guess I forgot to get his par putt. There's hole 8. Just pulled my drive to the right. He puts a good move on it. Fades in. Probably gives it a good ace run. Here's my second. Just trying to get out. Didn't commit. Had some trees kind of in my swing back. So here's my third. Just trying to get it up to the basket. Leave it a little bit short, but it's a putt. There's Ethan's 2 putt. Draining it. My bogey putt, a little high, but it's in the basket. Ethan on hole 9 puts another good move on it, just a little bit to the left of the basket. Here's me, just a little bit high, kind of kicks a tree on the right, then hits a tree on the left, and then kicks backwards a bit. Little step putt for me, just didn't quite commit. Here's Ethan's 2 putt, just off the top. He goes to about almost taps in mine, but then he taps in his. I don't take my time, so I'll be dropping in the 4 and on to hole 10. Here's Ethan again, putting another really good move, chain high just past the basket, but it ended up going way long. There was mine, just didn't commit. Dropping it up there for the 2 just so I can get my 3. There's Ethan's 2 putt, just draining it. There's my 3, just putting it in the basket. On to hole 11, par 4. Kind of bends to the left here and then continues straight. And Ethan put a good move, just tried to follow his line. Thought it was a little too skinny, but it must have gotten a good skip because I'm just past his shot. There's his tomahawk. Ends up a little bit past the basket on the right. I try to do a big hyzer over the trees in the center of the fairway. I thought I had it perfectly, but I guess it was a little short. Hit the trees, ended up 80 feet short. Just pitching it up, get my 4. Ethan's 3 putt, just kind of rushed himself, so we'll both be dropping in the par 4 and on to hole 12. Now, just letting you know, this is the short box for hole 12. It's not the longs. It is the longs are a little, they're not maintained very well, so usually we just throw from the shorts. Ethan just not quite committing to a shot, ended up there on the left. I'm just trying to do a hyzer around this tree in the middle. Here's another tomahawk from Ethan. Just trying to get it over everything. It was a good shot, just a little bit on the left again in the woods. I'm just trying to do a hyzer around this tree. Ends up hitting some stuff and rolling back a little bit. Having a little step putt. Draining it about 45 feet out. Here's Ethan for his 3. Just a bit low. Had a good look at it though. Hole 13, par 3. I just threw my shot pretty much right into the ground. This is Ethan's. I don't think he liked it out of his hand, but it got around all of the trees and started fading right back towards the basket. Here's my upshot. Just kind of gripped it and then hit a tree, kicked to the right. Another step putt. Drained it again. Here's Ethan's drop in hole 2. Or not hole 2, but birdie 2. Easy peasy. Could even hold the camera. Another tomahawk from Ethan on hole 14, par 4. Ends up hitting the tree, dropping in the fairway. And again, just don't quite commit to my line. Ends up low, cut rolling to the left a little bit. And once again, just low, not committed. Here, can you guess? Another tomahawk from Ethan. Ends up a little bit short on the right in the woods, but still has a look for his birdie 3. That's my birdie 3, just didn't commit to it. I'll be circle 2 for my par. There's Ethan's birdie, hits the band. Another step putt for the par, didn't quite commit. And there's my bogey, just a little lack of focus, dropping in another double bogey 6. Hole 15, par 3. Ethan, we thought he put a really good move on it, thought he was going to be parked, must have just pushed it a bit long. Here's me, just didn't quite commit to my angle or my line, so I'm short right, so I'm just trying to pitch up, trying to get my par. There's Ethan just not committing to his second shot, so we'll both be dropping in the 3 for par, on to hole 16. Had a little bit of a tailwind, so he grabbed his flippy disc and it flipped up nice. Ended up hyzering back into the fairway into a decent spot. So I grabbed my flippy driver, tried to do the same thing, and it just kept turning. Ended up hitting the trees on the right, but fighting through a decent amount. You'll see me here, I'm trying to bend it to the right or left of that patch that I went into. This is Ethan's second, just kind of got away from him a bit. So he's in the trees on the left. Just tried to force something out. I didn't really have a good line. This is Ethan's 3, putting it up there right by the basket. Here's my par putt, another stepper. A little bit of a low ceiling, so I couldn't really give it the effort I wanted. Ethan's par putt, a little high, but dropping it in. And he ends up throwing in my bogey putt, which was cool. Hole 17, which kind of bends to the left a little bit. Just a nice hyzer. We thought Ethan had it really good, but it's just a little bit long. Thought mine was really good too, but it was just a little bit short. Here's Ethan's 2 putt. Misses it a bit left. My 2 putt. Didn't commit, but again, like hole 3, dropped it in left corner pocket. There's Ethan's 3 putt. Hole 18, par 5. It's kind of a horseshoe. Didn't really like my shot. Got up near the corner, but not quite where I want. Ethan's shot. I thought this was smoked. Thought it ended up right there at the corner, maybe a little bit past it. Had a good shot, but he's just right in front of me. I'm having to bend my Explorer kind of around this fairway, trying to just get out to the field. Which is what I think Ethan was trying to do. Just kind of held onto it, hit the tree a bit. He's trying to do a hyzer into this opening. Ends up going a little bit long into the woods. I'm just trying to place a shot right there in the opening. Just held it a little bit too much, maybe not enough hyzer, hitting a tree, dropping right there. This is Ethan's out for his 4. Just try to pitch it out. This is my 4, just trying to get it all the way to the basket. Didn't quite get enough rotations on it down there at the bottom. Still have a decent look though. This is Ethan's par, just trying to throw it in. Ended up a little bit left, drop in a bogey. I had to putt around some trees and hit the cage. I'll be dropping in my bogey as well. All right, here are the scores. Appreciate y'all watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more content.